What's up guys, it's me Larsa. Welcome to my channel. So today I am extremely excited because this video is a DIY and I'm doing a DIY video after ages, and I had to make sure that this video is something really unique, something super fun and something that I've not done before. So very honestly, I've been researching on how to press flowers and how to go about with the process. I did a lot of trials already, and now after I've kind of mastered the art we can get into the actual process and I can show you how it's actually done. Although let me tell you, this is still going to be a trial video and I'm not a pro at it. But in case you don't know what flower pressing is usually a process of getting flowers, pressing them in a book or in a flower presser, waiting for them to dry for say 4 to 5 days or even lesser, and then making those dried flowers into something really creative, something really artsy. And that's what we're gonna do, because that's what we do. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
So this is Sharda. She is Siddharth's sister and we wanted to do this project together. The flower pressing actually got us really excited. So here we are just picking some heavy books to press the flowers.
So the first step towards flower pressing is obviously getting your flowers. We have a wide range with really beautiful colors, and since I am in Goa right now, we went to Mapsa market to pick up our flowers, and this is all we have. So what we found out was that the microwaving technique absolutely worked. So what we're doing is we are actually putting all these really thick flowers that have good moisture retention in them in the microwave first. When it comes to rose petals, we are directly putting them in the books and then keeping it for pressing, because rose petals are not as hydrated as the other ones. This is what the flowers looked like after putting them in the microwave. What's up everyone? So it's literally 2 weeks after we put the flowers inside the books, and it's not a very good scene. Now what do I say? We shouldn't have kept it for very long. I've seen people usually put the flowers in for 4 to 5 days and then it's a little dry and then they put it in the resin, because that's how the color is still intact and it's still there and it's nice and colorful. But now all our flowers are brown. Leaves are good, leaves are fine, but the flowers have gone brown. And it does look nice, but there's also fungus on some flowers. Anyway, I'm going to show you what the situation looks like right now and then tell you how we're going to proceed.
Dun dun dun. Okay, not a really good sight, but let me explain. These are some broken flowers. These are the lavender flowers that we picked. These are the ones that I was talking about. There's a lot of fungus on them. These are the small roses. The rose petals are the best to press. These are the yellow and pink roses. These are the red rose petals, and there's a little color in them still. So I think red roses are best to work with when you remove the petals and put them in. They don't hold on to water a lot, so these press really well. These are leaves. These look perfect. They've not lost their color. These still have lost their color. So usually whenever you use leaves or flowers with a lot of water content, they are the ones that tend to become brown, and these were literally wet and we put them in the book, and that was a really bad idea. We microwaved it but nothing happened, but still for 1 week they still looked fine. But now this is what has happened. So pressing flowers was a literal fail, but I watched some YouTube videos and I saw that you can even put fresh flowers in the resin, so I'm gonna try that. So I picked some flowers here in the backyard and these are the only ones that I found. I even found some fresh leaves, and we're gonna see what all of this will look like in the resin. So here are some handmade flowers that I picked from a store. All the product details will be in the description and they'll be linked. These are the real flowers. The fake flowers These are the pressed ones that I've turned brown. This is a butterfly that I found in the garden, and it was just lying there dead, very honestly, and that is why the wings are not destroyed and it's intact. So what we're going to do is we're going to preserve the butterfly also in the resin, so it stays like forever. So now here's the real deal. This is the resin, but it's the resin and this is the hardener. Yeah, that's right. Anyway, this is the silicone mold. I got it off Amazon as well. So since there are 5 molds here on this mold, we can make coasters out of this, and this is not really thick, so it's going to dry really quickly, I think in 24 hours. Okay, so this is our arrangement, and this is what we're going to do. We just had to do an arrangement because we're doing it for the first time and we didn't want to mess up. So we are adding the resin, and now we're going to add the hardener. You keep stirring it and then you keep it aside for 5 minutes. We're going to press it in like that, not too much. So since these are real flowers, they will react very differently to the resin and they might just change color. Like you can see, this flower is already changing its color to blue. It's really funny. But let's see, we're all trying and this is going to be fun. Hey everyone, so I am back with the finished products and I have learned so much in this process which I'm going to share with you, and I have some really good finished products as well. Some are good and some have not been cured, so let's have a look at that. So these are the pieces from the first batch, and only 2 out of these, actually 3 out of these have survived. This one has been completely gotten spoiled, and this was the one which we used real flowers, like fresh flowers and fresh leaves for. The thing is, I think I did not stir the mixture really well, and that is why this is bending like this. So you can see how the resin has not hardened, so I guess there was not enough hardener or there's something wrong with the mixing. This was the first one and it's come out quite good, but still the mixture is bending, so this is spoiled as well, can't be used. These 2 are the only ones that survived, and you see these are hard as rock, both of them. This is the one with the fake flowers, the handmade flowers. It looks nice, but I don't really like the color combination. It looks a little tacky, I don't know, but it's still the best one. And this is the one we used pressed flowers and leaves, and it just looks so cute. Look at this. So this is the second batch that I'm really liking. All these pieces you see here are all semi-precious stones. That's amethyst, there's some citrine, and there's much more. This was the one that we used for the first mixture. It wasn't as hard, so I had to put another layer on top of it. And all of these are well done, and I'm going to show you what this is going to look like. Please note that none of these were killed. This was found, you can see it's half eaten. This was the first butterfly that we found, and this was given to me by Siddharth's granny. And this was found in the kitchen, and this was again found in the garden. Because there's so much greenery around here, you usually found a lot of bugs dead around your garden. So that's about it, and I'm going to show you what these look like. This is so pretty, look at that. So this DIY took me at least 2 to 3 weeks. So please like this video and share it, and let me know if you want to see more DIYs. I'll see you next time. Bye.